Today, we're going to talk a little bit about nostalgia and what we like to call the Disney Renaissance. Now, there is a piece from the Hollywood Reporter today that made me laugh so hard, I might just read it verbatim, and I don't even have to give my own comments on what is being said because this made me laugh so dadgum hard when it's talking about Lilo and Stitch, the live action thing that has just come into theaters. It is breaking records, and they attribute it all to nostalgia because that's just what they do. Now, the whole bunch of made up words, Lilo and Stitch and the power of zillennial nostalgia at the movie theater. I have never heard this word before. Technically, I am a millennial, but they keep moving the goalpost and they keep just making different words for everybody. Is that what Gen Z is? They're now called zillennials, even though they were born after the millennium. Doesn't make any dadgum sense at all. Nostalgia as entertainment is nothing new, but it has not yet been fully exploited for the design. I'm not even going to say that word anymore. Age demographic, now one of the largest groups in the US because people keep fucking and abortions were made illegal. Just going to say it out there. As a childless adult, this is coming from the author. I'm not even going to say her name out loud, but it's on the screen. As a childless adult, sitting in a natural wine bar, killing time over an early evening showing of the live-action children's film Lilo and Stitch is a uniquely humbling experience because you couldn't get anybody to make you pregnant. I wonder why that is. I wonder what color your hair is. I wonder, what kind of bob do you have? Do you have the Karen cut? Do you have the flock of seagulls? How much do you weigh? You don't have to answer, but I can guess for myself. Even more humbling to this person is showing up lightly buzzed. So maybe she thought she could get a single father. That's what it seems like to me. But not unlike orange wine, did she mean sangria? What the fuck is this bitch talking about? Nostalgia is a powerful drug. This weekend, a dog-like, blue alien and precocious 6-year-old, actually very well played by the actress who played Lilo, each with their own set of behavioral issues that no amount of gentle parenting could ever solve, just supplanted Tom Cruise. We knew that Lilo Stitch was going to do numbers. It was going to double, triple what Mission Impossible was going to do. It opens with 182.7 million at the domestic box office alone in its first weekend, which was Memorial Day weekend. So it does have a 4-day spread from the premieres, from the previews on Thursday all the way through Monday. It had a little bit of extra time, but still, those are record-breaking numbers. Now, going back to this person and the way that they're basically editorializing this entire article, it is unsurprising that a family film over a long hot Memorial Day weekend was able to reach these heights, especially with the Minecraft congealing at the 2-month mark. Well, because the memes were over. Do you know anything about memes, baby girl? Memes, they come, they're funny, they go viral, they die. But more surprising to some, including several of my colleagues at this publication, is that Lilo and Stitch, a seemingly C-tier Disney anime feature, was the one to do it. Is that just hearsay around the water cooler? Because although I've only watched Lilo and Stitch, the original, like 2 times in my life, I found it very enjoyable. It was around the time, at least for my lifespan, it was around the time where I was growing up and out of it. I had my Disney Renaissance. I was growing up right in the middle of it. I experienced that. Shout out Disney at that time. But Lilo and Stitch was still great. Emperor's New Groove also came out around that time period, and it kind of got brushed over as well, even though it is a fantastic film. That's why you're going to have the hardcore fans, so you better not screw with the hardcore fans for a specific age demographic, younger schooling millennials, and older Gen Z customers affectionately known. It's not affectionately. This girl really wants to get boned, doesn't she? Just stick a baby in her. Everything is literally about, I have no kids and I'm single and affectionately known people. Come on. Yeah, I could see where you're going with this. She's horny as fuck. Someone take one for the team. Just bang it out and make sure you get a checkup later. Lilo and Stitch had a hold on childhood viewing habits. And this is exactly what she means by this. For the new film, the general audience made up 56% of ticket buyers. Meaning what that means to the layperson is that's walk-up tickets. That's families like, I'm not pre-ordering anything. I'm not doing any of that kind of crap. We're out. Let's stop by the movie theater. Let's walk up and get a ticket. That's what that means with that. A higher share than a traditional family title, because a lot of the times these family titles actually do really well in the box office. We can look at Inside Out 2. We can look at Moana 2 for some reason, but those things were so hyped that people knew you have to go pre-order your tickets if you're going to get a seat and you want to see it on the opening weekend on a holiday weekend. People didn't care about it this much, so I don't really get exactly where she's coming from with the nostalgia bait right here, because people went because everyone's off. School just let out. There's a family film that came out. We've got nothing to do. At least if you're in Texas, there's a bunch of storms coming through. Let's just go out and do something as a family, celebrate getting out of school. There's a family film out. Yeah, let's just walk up and go get a ticket. That's probably what is actually happening. Because if they had relied on pre-sale tickets, yes, it would still do great. Nobody is saying that. I'm not saying that whatsoever. It would still do great, but it wouldn't have hit the records if there wasn't just those walk-up ticket prices. Anyway, I know there's so much more that I can say about this article, but just the first two paragraphs, it made me laugh so hard. I was like, hey, I might as well have a little laugh myself before we go to Fan Expo on Friday. If you're there, do not feel in any way like you can't come say hey to me. We all hang out. I know I say a bunch of crazy crap, but I actually believe it. No. But for real, if you're at Fan Expo, I hope you have a great time. I hope you enjoy yourself. Feel free to say hi. I will shake your hand. We can have conversations. And that's where I will be for after tomorrow, the next 2 days. Y'all take care. This is Malty from Alpha Malty. We will see you later, and visit the Rippa booth. Hail the Rippaverse. My Yara hat. Bye bye.